As a carpenter, I built all kinds of things: boats, cabinets, staircases. But can I build a PC? And will it work for video editing? Right now I'm working on an old hand-me-down laptop. And it was very apparent when I started video editing that I didn't have the computing power to do it. So I decided to build one. I spent $450 on the components behind me, and now it's time to put it together. After a little research, I decided to go with an AMD Ryzen 7 5700G processor. It has an integrated graphics card, so I wouldn't have to outlay any money for a dedicated graphics card, but have the option of upgrading that in the future. Once I had the CPU chosen, I needed to figure out the motherboard. I did need one that worked with the Ryzen chip, of course, and I also wanted one with Wi-Fi. After a little research, I chose the MSI B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi motherboard. For the hard drive, I chose a Solidigm M.2 1TB solid-state drive. For the RAM, I got two DDR4 8GB sticks. To power everything, I got a Thermaltake 600-watt power supply. To put everything together, I got a Cooler Master Micro ATX tower. Alright, I think I've got everything put together. I will be running Ubuntu or Ubuntu or whatever this is. That's what I run on my laptop. So let's turn it on and see what happens. Fan's on. There's an LED on the CPU. Something's happening. What the? I don't know what all this is. Well, what do I do? Oh boy. How do I get my computer to freaking turn on? I mean, it's on. How do I get it to do computery stuff? Alright, I took the hard drive out of my laptop. And we'll see if it'll boot from that. Well, it took a little bit of doing, but I took my laptop's hard drive, hooked it up, and was able to get it to boot up. Because I couldn't get it to boot from my little Linux USB drive. I don't know why it recognized it, but it wasn't booting. So I can at least hopefully download a new version of operating system. It'll be good. We'll see. I'll keep at it. It's been about a month since I built the PC. I installed Linux Mint on it. Linux Mint Cinnamon 21.3. The only thing I've done is upgrade the RAM. I bought another two 8GB sticks, so I have a total of 32 gigabytes of RAM. I just did that because it's $35 and I thought I would try a first upgrade on here. Well, the answer is yes. $450 PC build, successful, and I can use it for video editing. It's actually been very good, although there was a little stumbling block. So with a lot of files in here, it seemed like it was starting to lag a little bit. Adding any simple effects would kind of make it a little jumpy, and I was starting to worry that my $450 PC build was no good. But then I did a little bit of research and found out that you need to use proxy files. So I tried it, and everything just runs unbelievable now. It's no stuttering whatsoever. Like there's some effects here when I'm going through the different components I've used, and terabyte solid state drive. For the RAM, I got two DDR4 8GB sticks. Power everything, I got a Thermaltake 600-watt power supply. It all seems to run nicely. And then I was putting in the build footage, and it was getting a little choppy. I'd sped it up about 20 times, but it was watchable in preview. But then I added the music track, and it just stopped. I mean, it was stuttering unbelievably. Couldn't watch it. I rendered the whole project, and it seemed fine in the end, but there was no way for me to preview it. It was really tough. But anyway, I got into the proxy files, and now everything just runs nicely. So was it worth it? $450 well spent. Absolutely. It has made my life so much easier when it comes to video editing, but also 3D design, working with my 3D printer, doing things on my CNC machine, designing projects, just surfing the internet. It doesn't matter. It's faster. And it's completely upgradable. I can add a lot more RAM. Right now I have 16 gigabytes. This motherboard can take 128. I can add multiple hard drives. I can add a graphics card. We'll see if I actually need that. It's possible, but I have the room to grow. So yes, $450 well spent. Thanks for watching. Take two. As a carpenter, I built all kinds of things. The hell is that? Because right now I have a... Oh, jeez. Right now I'm doing all my editing on a 400... That's this stuff. Jeez. Take 900. My God, I can't